Okay, recording restarted. Uh, and it should. Okay, now it says it's. Is it recording?
Yes, recording started at 10 seconds, it says.
10 seconds, really? Like, is it like going up?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
going
okay.
about
Eight,
15.
nine,
Yeah.
10. Oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
cool, man. All right. Okay, bro. So, dang, where do I start this? In the middle and the end is like easy, but I think okay. I'll just scratch my ear. All right.
Somebody scratch my ear.
All right. Mr. G Wayne,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Gabriel Wayne.
Yes, sir.
How did you realize that you needed a sense of purpose in your life? When did that occur to you?
When I started feeling the lack of lonely, like I was real lonely when I found out I was becoming purposeful because like all this started with a girl, ironically, like as always starts, and it was just me thinking like she is with everybody else but me, and I'm by myself. So what is this telling me? What should I do? How can I get better? And that's what the first thought was. Maybe I should just start working out and making sure I'm good, making sure my mental health straight. So in the midst of that, I was like, damn, excuse me for cussing. I was like, dang, I like this. I feel joy in this. I should keep doing this. It has to be more and more and more, right? Then I realized like muscles ain't really getting it all. It's just getting women. What else can I do? What else can I do? Start pursuing more YouTube and YouTube channels, learning, imagining I can be a YouTuber. If everybody just talking in the camera, I can do the same thing. I know a little things. My dad's smart. He taught me a lot of things. So why can I just spit a little knowledge of my twist, you know? So
Mm,
in that midst of the manner, I'm like, the first video went viral on my YouTube channel. Then what it means to be strong had 2K views. That's when I
that was a
realized
banger
like
video.
I was like, I can really do this. I can really help people because apparently what I said meant a lot to somebody and I thought it was trash. So I'm like, okay, I'm motivational. I look good and be motivational. So I can send people workout videos. I can help people learn how to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? As a person, as a young man, because a lack of purpose as a young man, you're not going to get anywhere in life but in the gutter, you know. And then when you're in the
Mm,
gutter, you're not going to get anything done in life, and you'll be sitting back regretting everything you could have done instead of just wasting time. When I first realized, I was like, I'm wasting time. I'm 18 years old out of high school, drinking and smoking with friends that's doing the same thing I'm doing, not having no type of knowledge or pursuit. What the fuck, you know?
yeah, man. It's like it just feels like the clock is ticking every second, right? And you're not growing, bro. Like each second that passes, we get closer to dying, right?
Right.
And each second that passes, without us pursuing our potential, we get closer to wasting it. And then eventually, like you were saying, yeah, like someone can just look back and regret and be like, wow, I could have been so sick, bro. I could have been so great. And, I was just screwing around the whole time
Right.
because I wasn't focused, right? Someone didn't introspect. No, I feel you.
My fault. I was coughing.
No, of course, bro. Go ahead.
So I realized a lot of my videos was me being hurt to the fact that I wasn't somebody greater back then, like back in the 2020 era. I'm thinking about how what I was doing. I wasn't as great as I wanted to be. So I was like, that was like kind of my motivation in the videos. Like, why y'all doing this? Y'all should be doing this. And whole time I don't even look good. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking myself in that manner of I'm great, right?
Mm,
But it was just like some type of motivation to get me where I am today, which I'm in a great spot right now, you know. And it could have been better if I just locked in earlier. But everybody have a time and a place to learn. But it's that time you got to realize you got to wake up at some time. But it can't be late. It can't be late.
mm.
If it's late, you're cooked. Sorry.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's better late than never, but it's better early than late.
Right.
Far better earlier than late. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like sometimes it's like people like they do realize that they need to change late, right? Like sometimes, like you know, like even when I played video games, like there were probably people in their late 20s, who were on that game all the time, and I imagine, based on how they were acting, like they were getting frustrated, like I was, they might have not been doing a lot, you know? And so therefore, or they might have been doing a lot, but nothing really meaningful, nothing really fulfilling. And so then they might have become jaded and feel like that it's too late to change. And that's
Mm,
also a destructive mentality in the sense that it's like someone needs to change at some point, you know, and if it's late, then cool. But I mean, the earlier, obviously, the better, because it's like a video game. Then you just rack up the XP, you
right,
know, and
right.
it's like you can achieve more, you can be more, become more.
And to top off what you said about the video games, I ain't gonna lie. Like an hour before I was playing 2K. But the
Yeah, bro.
thing,
No, I saw you in
but
Discord.
the thing is,
Yeah.
I always tell people that like so good at a game because I suck at 2K. I suck.
Mm.
I be losing by like 5 and 10 points, you know. But the thing
That-
is, when I tell people, bro, it's like you good at a game, bro, please just stream it. Please stream it. Because when you have a purpose of playing the game, you can be somebody, bro. It's a lot of people that's somebody for playing the game. And that lack of, oh, what if I'm not good enough? What if I get banned? What if all that doubt, that junk really irks me. I'm like, bro, just play. Like play and be
Mm.
you, because you already playing the game. Why
Mm.
can't you just monetize it? Like, or start to monetize it? Because it's hard to build a gaming channel. It is. I ain't gonna lie. But at the
Mm.
end of the day, if you just put in the reps, put in the hours, you can get famous quick. It's a lot of ways to get famous. Look at TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok, you will blow up in 3 days. You can boost the post with your own money and get tons of views, and people might like it, and then you start getting the followers and followers. It's so easy.
Then
I've
you can
done it.
boost posts with your own money?
Yes. Yeah, I do it on Instagram. I do it on TikTok. And they starting to do it on YouTube, but some reason I don't trust YouTube for some odd reason. Because like the ads and stuff, I don't trust it. And it's in a beta state. I just don't trust it. If I do it, I might just lose something. So I want to do that the authentic way. But like TikTok and Instagram, like reels, and get yourself seen, because it takes money to make money. If you want to make money doing reels and stuff like that, and at the end, you're gonna end up getting lots of views. You paid money to make more money. Like it's simple, you know.
Mm.
Like it's
Yeah.
easier said than done, because a lot of people just cuckoo. I don't know why.
Cuckoo. Yeah, and you know, to add on to what you were saying about people being hesitant to start something, right? It's like what you were doing with Instagram Reels and TikTok, that's an investment. But someone, if they're going into it with the mentality that they're going to fail anyway, then they would be hesitant, they would be apprehensive to make that investment, which could actually, that investment could help them, but they don't want to do it because they're going into it thinking, oh, am I going to succeed or not? You know, it's like, if someone doesn't try, they're not going to get anything anyway, right?
Right.
So the thing is with trying, yeah, I mean, someone might feel like they've wasted their time, but I mean, that's like an experience, right? And someone's gained confidence from knowing that they actually tried something, you know,
Right.
and they gain a sense of purpose from that. You know, they gain like a goal to work towards, like a vision, because if they don't have that, then they just like wander around.
Mhm.
You know, it's like you were saying, like with video games. Um, if someone just playing it anyway, bro, people do it anyway. Yeah, you're right. Why not stream it? You know, like someone can easily make money on Twitch. Like some people just have like a gifted sub or something. Like that's easy. I don't know how much it is. $5 or something American.
Yeah, I think it's like $5. Yeah, like $5 to be a gifted sub, something like that. I don't
Exactly,
really
bro.
know. You know, I don't go on there like that.
Mm,
But yeah, it's just at the end of the day, life is experience. If you just sit back and just let life kick your ass and you be depressed and don't like what you're doing, you getting mad all the time. Sometimes you might end up getting mad and then going viral. Like it can be anything. Like life is just an experience, and people don't have that perspective. Be like to say like, yeah, this is an experience. Let me just do it what I want to do. Like you can do whatever you want, and they just let doubt kill that. Literally, you know.
right.
If it wasn't for the thought of me wanting to do gaming YouTube when I was like 10, 12, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel in the first place. That time I was thinking about like cause that's when H2O Delirious and Vanoss Gaming. You ever heard of them?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
I used to watch them when I was very young. I'm like, damn, I want to do that. I want to be just like them. I want to play the game. They're funny. If I can do it, they can do it too. So as I kept progressing, I'm like, damn, I can't set my shit up. I can't set my phone up and try to record Black Ops 2. So I was like, damn, I kind of gave up on that. But if it wasn't for that thought of me having like, I want to be a YouTuber, a gaming YouTuber, I wouldn't have the channel I have right now.
Which is dedicated to like self-improvement, which
yes,
some people would even argue although like people can play video games on self-improvement, is like an opposite topic.
Mm.
So it all comes together, and then
Yeah,
yeah,
like
it's very
everything is
interesting, man.
energy. Everything is energy. If I didn't have that thought wouldn't exist. Literally. So
Mm,
if it's just that leap of faith or that thought or that idea, that dream that you can make happen if you just keep thinking, keep putting in the effort, keep putting in, just showing up every time you have an idea or a thought. It's simple. It's so simple. It's
mm.
simple, but it's easier said than done because a lot of people can't comprehend, like I said, like a fear, doubt, all the other things. It just, it's crazy.
I do know what you're saying, man. I think like I don't know, whenever someone's trying something new, right? Like they know they're going to be going outside of their comfort zone. They know um it's a new challenge, right? And that's humiliating to them
Mm,
because they're outside of their comfort zone. They're basically a white belt, they're a novice, and people around them can see that. And somehow they feel as if like the social status, whatever that means that they have is going to just go away because they're going to get so embarrassed. But the thing is, preserving that so-called like social status by not trying comes at the cost of someone's pride. Like
mm.
someone, if they don't try to do something, then they're never gonna know, and
Right.
that's quite obvious. But the thing is, like sometimes, like it'll never feel like the right time. That's what I realized, right? Like it will never just, like a fairy won't come in your dreams and say, hey, you should start this new business, bro, you should start a YouTube channel, you should do this or do that. Because I mean the right time is as early as possible, bro. So like now, basically.
Exactly. People don't people don't tend to understand, like you said earlier, like the time, like the clock is ticking. Like we don't got that much time here. We just it's like a little lifespan. It's like this pencil. So you keep sharpening it, you're gonna eventually be here. So you might as well just keep edging off that, keep writing on that pencil. Wow, this is a great analogy I just got right now. Hold on.
Okay.
So if
Oh,
you keep
cook up.
if this is, I say this is our pencil, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just keep sharpening it, right? Just keep
Mm-hmm.
dwindling away. But you steadily not writing anything on a paper to let you know you was there, right? So you just steadily sharpening and not writing nothing down. You won't just be nothing at the end of the day. You gotta write something down with yourself. You gotta plant your seeds. You gotta plant your knowledge somewhere. Plant
Mm.
your whatever you wanted to be somewhere. Somewhere you're gonna have to be out there. You just can't keep sharpening your pencil. At the end of the day, it's gonna break. It's gonna be, you can't sharpen it no more. You'll be cooked.
So sharpening the pencil is basically like making efforts towards your goals in life, and you are the pencil. And eventually, the more like sharpen, 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 sharpen,
The
the
more you
more
the
that
more you
time
think.
progresses,
Yep.
the more it's going to be sharpened.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, it's like someone might as well use like the sharpenings, I guess you can say, use their time
Mm-hmm.
as a means to achieve something. Yeah, that is a good analogy, bro.
It's like, I don't know if it's like the sound the same way, but like say the sharpening is like you just thinking about everything. I can do this, or the doubt. It can be anything. You just thinking. Your life just dwindling. Oh, I finally got a sharp tip. Let me just try. But you all broke. You can barely write. Like you stuck right here. You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
So you might as well just start right now.
And like we were saying earlier, that's kind of the unfortunate thing. Like, I mean, like I have a pencil too, like it'll keep like sharpening, but at the same time, or because of that, because time will keep passing, like eventually it will reach a point that, I mean, too late. Like it's not too late to start, but it might be too late to actually make something significant,
Mm.
right? And that's why it's like, I don't know, some people, and I mean, it's kind when they say this, like I appreciate them saying this, but they always say, oh yeah, someone's like young, bro, someone's like 18, 19, 20, like they can mess around, and they can, right? Because they can get on track later on. But I mean, from what I know, and just logically speaking, the earlier someone starts, like the further they'll go,
Mm.
right? The more that they'll know, the more wise they can become. Because it's like, I mean, wisdom only comes with experience. So if you can get that experience as early as possible, then why not?
Right.
You know?
And that goes with the same thing. Anything, bro. Like if you want to start anything, you just gotta know that you gonna fail, bro. Like when we first started our channels, were we getting like over 50 views? No, we was getting like 20, 30. 20 again, 20 again, and eventually we start hitting 100. And like, okay, cool, this cool. Then we can
Yeah.
keep going, getting 100. Then we back at 50. Like, what the fuck? And we just and we want to keep on going. Like, oh, I can
Yeah.
get 100 again for sure. Then just make this video a little bit better. You know, this you always gotta have that mindset. Like, I am gonna fail at something. And I learned this late. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I was like, it was this one business opportunity I had. It was like a sales job, right? And I'm like, yeah, the money sound good. Yeah, yo, yeah. If all I gotta do is learn how to talk to people, okay, cool. Blah blah. They split. As soon as that day came, that day was out. I'm like, oh, I don't like. It's in my stomach. Like, I don't know if it was like fear or something telling me it was like the bad choice. But either way, I didn't start it, and I didn't take that leap, and I feel like the leap was too big. I might be coping, but at the end of the day, this is the moral of the story. I was scared. Like, I was scared to jump in that type of frame. So I didn't take that chance. I might have listed on a lot of money, but if I would have did that, I probably wouldn't even have none of this stuff. We probably wouldn't be talking right now about this situation, about this whole podcast. You never know. This podcast might blow up tomorrow. Like, it's all about knowing you're gonna fail, bro. And if you know you're gonna fail at something, bro, that you really like, that you know you're gonna fail at something you like to do, that's when you know you're gonna win, bro. Because you're gonna keep showing up every single time.
Exactly, bro. Every single time.
Every single time. You feel me?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, man. And it's like even with something like a podcast, you know, like it'll like for me, like it felt like I was going too fast into it, you know, and sometimes it feels like someone's rushing even when they're
Yeah.
going at a snail's pace, and they feel like they're rushing because that's, you know, their brain's telling them to stop. But it's like, again, that's about them going outside of their comfort zone, because if someone fails, that's like humiliating, right? They feel like they haven't gained anything, but in reality they gain something from the experience. You gain something in itself. You gain the confidence from trying it in the first place. And if you gain like any amount of success, you know, like even if it's just like one person that looked at your video, you know, that left a comment, bro, like that's sick, man.
That's
You know,
like,
and that only happened because someone took action.
took action, right? So when you say like that one person can make you push and keep going, like, damn, he left a comment. Like I said earlier, like, damn, like I can really do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I got 25 views, somebody left a comment saying I said something good. You know, that right there, knowing that you started and you starting to see progress, that's progress, like 1% better every day. And I want to keep in mind this. Always, bro, when you starting, like when you doing something, bro, you got to make sure you really love it, bro. Because if you're just doing it because you know it can make money, bro, you're going to end up like stressing yourself out. Like, bro, I'm not getting enough views. And you just start throwing stuff out. And you be like, dang, bro, why I ain't getting the love I was getting earlier, bro? Because you looking at the outcome of it. You're not looking at the journey. Because the journey good. If you like what you're doing, you're going to put more love into it, more passion, more quality to it. And when they have more quality, that's when more love gonna come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, like, boom, I was just making a video on some cool junk. Why did I get 2K views? Like, I wasn't even expecting that. I was just cooking. I was just cooking with love. So you gotta make sure you love it, bro. Because some people don't love what they doing, bro, and they be mentally messed up in the head. And they be like, no, I don't like my job. I don't like this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So make sure when you want to do something, make sure you really love it, bro. Make sure you know what you're talking about, bro. Really.
I do know what you're saying, man. I think like if someone looks at the outcome too much, they do the bare minimum, right? And that, how can that produce a good result, right? If someone's just doing the bare minimum, how are they going to get anything that? If someone's doing the bare minimum action, how are they going to get above a bare minimum result, right? Bare minimum action, bare minimum result, right? If someone at least does like the maximum or close to the maximum, then maybe they don't get the maximum result, but there's the potential of that, you know? And I think like things like we were talking about earlier, like TikToks, you know, people can get viral on TikToks, you know, because they do the bare minimum efforts. But in that case, the videos have like a certain quality, you know, that people, that may have been unintentional, but that people like, right? Like, let's say, like if someone's naturally attractive, you know, or if a video is so stupid that people just can't like look away from it, you know, it's like looking at a train crash. Like it's so bad, it's like you want to just like look at it, bro. And
wow.
yeah, man.
I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, are you going to be more compelled to look
Mhm.
at a car driving well, driving straight, and they're not going to crash, or a train about to crash? You're like, bro, I can't. Like, this is so bad, but it's like you keep looking at it, bro.
I can't look.
I can't look at the train.
I got one eye open. It's crazy. Wow.
Dang, that's what I think. Why I think so many guys online, bro, like doing like the TikTok fitness influencers, like people talking about. I mean, I don't use the app, but like the 30-day trend challenge or something. Like,
I didn't even know that
that's
even
what-
existed until 2 seconds ago. The 30-day trend challenge. Like,
like,
what is that, bro?
yeah, man. But I mean, that's the thing, bro. Like, it's like people. It's actually like kind of sickening to think about, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, people enjoy seeing other people ruin their lives, right?
Let's say that one more time.
People enjoy seeing other people ruin their lives because it makes them feel better about their own lives. And that's why
Yeah.
sometimes
Ooh.
when someone's improving themselves, it creates the opposite effect. If someone's really down bad, it can create envy, although not everyone's like that, but some people may be like that. The people who you talked to previously, you become distant from and
Mm.
you meet new people.
It made people feel like they the same. Oh yeah, okay. I'm shitty. I hope he's shitty too. Oh yeah, he is shitty. Okay, I can still be shitty. Like that's what they mean, right?
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. Okay, damn. People are messed up in the head. I don't know why. That's kind of sad.
Bro, you know what, man? Like, it's all in protection of like the ego, right? Like believing, um well, I guess like who we think we are, right? Like if someone thinks they're here but they're exposed to actually be like here, then
Mm,
what's gonna happen, bro? Right? Like they're gonna come up with some excuse to boop, 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 creep back up.
mm.
And that is why someone, it's like David Goggins said, man, you'll never see a hater doing better than you because people are trying to hate to bring people down to their level. But that's the thing, man. I mean, someone like if they're really secure within themselves, I mean, they're not gonna care,
Right.
because um, yeah, man, hurt people hurt people.
I heard that term. My sister had determined that term a couple months ago. Cause like I don't get like why do you want to stay hurt? Like does you have pleasure in feeling hurt all the time? You don't have no pleasure. Like no, for real. Like you don't have no pleasure of like actually giving back or trying at least to help somebody and make yourself feel good. Not to be like a people pleaser, but like actually just give back because you just genuinely like to help or be better. Like I don't know why people want to be in that. Man, fuck these. I mean, forget these people. I want them people to feel the same way I'm feeling. And it's weird, bro. Like, why can't you just sit back and just say, like, why am I doing this? Like, what am I gaining out of this?
Mm.
I don't get why people can do that. Like, they don't have the intellectual thinking to ask themselves questions, or they just living on autopilot. Like, it's a rhetorical and a question to you. You know, if
Mm.
you want to answer it, it's up to you. But if you don't know, it don't matter.
No, bro. I'll give an answer. I'll give an answer because I think that's a good comment you make. I think like when have you heard the quote? Energy cannot be created or destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
only transformed or transferred, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, someone has the hurt within themselves, and I think they try to project it onto someone else in order to remove it from themselves. The issue with that is they think it's going to work, but it doesn't, right? It's the hurt stays within someone, and then not only that, but they might make someone else hurt, but it doesn't transfer, it just spreads like a disease,
Yeah.
right? And so the actual way to get rid of the hurt is saying like, bro, if someone's like wronged me in the past or someone's wronged you in the past, like why hold on to that resentment, right? It doesn't do anything. Like nobody wins from that because anger, uncontrolled anger, like there's really like, like it just burns down everything in its path, I mean, controlled anger is a different story, but when someone's just pissed for the sake of being pissed, I mean, like maybe they have been wrong, like for sure, maybe they deserve better, but I mean, they're not doing a service to themselves, by, continuing to stay that way and spreading that to other people?
I like to go off this with a story. So it was a woman I was dealing with back then. She was very I didn't know she was toxic until like 2 months in, right? So the way she was just like opening up her energy, bro, it was like very evil, very like what is actually wrong with you? Like you need help type wrong with you, right? So the way she masked it, it was so crazy. Like, and she was doing terrible things, like terrible things. I'm not even gonna speak it here, but she was doing terrible things. And I could have took all that energy and just like, yeah, she did that to me, and I'm gonna do it to everybody else. Cause no, like, why would I do that? Why would I let somebody shape my identity so much that I want to spread it to somebody else? No, I want to get this rightful, righteous energy to somebody that actually needs it, or somebody that actually deserves it, that we can actually multiply and grow together. Why was let somebody change my perspective so much of a woman? Why would I let that change me into somebody I know who I am? I know I'm a genuine person. I know I'm a kind person, a loyal person. Why would I let that change me? And that's why I get like, do that not live in people? Like, people let shit change them so deeply. I don't get it.
Interesting. Would you say this person, like, I know you said you weren't going to talk about it, but if you could say in like a vague way, when they were opening up, were they just talking about past issues or how they felt about you? Or what did that really look like?
The past issues, she wanted me to fix the past issues, but I couldn't do shit about it because I wasn't there, or I couldn't do anything.
You're not
So
Marty McFly, bro.
yeah, like I'm not the doctor. I'm not Doctor Who. Like, you want me to go back and change that? I can't. Like, what you want me to do? And you just sitting there just being evil to me, it's not going to change anything. You need to go somewhere else. Leave. Because I'm not the problem. You are. You know what I'm saying? And I know me as a person, sometimes I can be closed off and just think, all right, that shouldn't be an issue for you just to go haywire. You know what I'm saying? So please fix that. I'm not like, come on, bro. I'm not trying to be cocky or nothing. I'm a humble guy. Like, I'm quiet. I don't like to talk all the time unless it's need to be spread knowledge or like, you know what I'm saying? This, what's wrong with you? Like, I'll literally look at her like what is actually wrong with you?
I mean, it's like we were saying earlier, man. Like, if someone's like hurt, like, and it doesn't even need to be in the form of insulting you, but they just try to put that burden on you to take it off themselves, but it doesn't. It just multiplies, like you were saying. Yeah, man.
Like, and that comes with like righteous energy that you have. Like, you can gain righteous energy. You have to go through shit to gain righteous energy, and you letting that compromise your soul, your energy. Why can't you just have some type of real outlet? You know what I'm saying? The outlet for me was the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be an angry person. Like, my dad used to be like, "You mad for nothing?" Like, and I realized, like, damn, I used to be mad for nothing. What am I mad for? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Right? So it was a way just to transfer all that. Like you said, it could be transferred. It transferred to that barbell. It's gone. Like, I mean, it ain't gone, but it's controlled, right? Feel me? I ain't gonna let none of my past jeopardize the person that I'm with now. There's no point. It's no point to do that. It's my job to deal with it myself. And if you want to help me, that's cool. You feel me? I have trouble with doing this, that, and that, and that. I'm glad you feel me did that for me, you know? And yeah. I don't know how to do it, to explain it.
Would you say, like, back in the day, did you feel angry at yourself or angry at others or just angry at everything, would you say? Like, how would you describe that?
Angry at myself, angry at others, angry at everything. It was literally like everything. Like, motherfuckers in school, like, why you act like this, bro? Like, what is wrong with you? And they're like looking at it like, you really piss me off. And what else? Angry at others, like in family wise, like I couldn't do shit about it. So that's another way, like, I transferred that rage. Like, now I'm stronger. Please try to hurt my family. I dare you. You know what I'm saying? So it was literally like it was a little bit of everything, you know.
Mm. Interesting, man. Yeah, that's the thing. And like I know back in the day, bro, you played video games. You know,
Oh
like
yeah,
you.
that was. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that was
No,
terrible.
go on.
I still. Still to this day, I was on 2K. I was doing this. No cap. I was like, bro, what the hell is this? I noticed myself like, bro, I have to stay off the game sometimes. Like, and that was my first game, like first time playing a competitive game in a minute. Because usually I just play story mode games because I find more joy in that than multiplayer games. Because they're like, how did you do that? Like, what do you mean that worked? How did you get that in that basket? Like, come on. So it's like still there, but I think that's something totally different. I don't know why. That's something I got to deal with another time. I don't know why. I mean, I was competitive. That might be it. I'm competitive in everything, like hooping, like in real life football, betting. Even though I'm betting against myself, why did I lose that? Or why did you not score? I'm about to go find you.
What?
You feel me? So I don't know. It's different. I don't know. It's like a competitive side, I guess. I don't like losing.
And then the funny thing is, bro, you say, this game is so bad, bro. This game is so bad.
Yeah.
These guys are so bad. But then you just keep playing the game. Like, it's crazy. You know?
It's like a dopamine here. Like, okay, I made that shot. I can do it again. Misses it. Like, so it's crazy. It's weird, bro. I don't know.
Dang, man. I mean, that's the thing with multiplayer games, bro. Like, that's different than single player games, is that it's the component of, or it's the perceptual, I guess you could say. Perceptual. It's the component, the perception based component of people being better than you, right? Or people being worse than you. And that's really dangerous for people because especially like people who are goal driven, you know, particularly like I mean I find like guys, you know, if they get on the game and they're like crushing everybody, you know, they're gonna feel like through the roof, bro. They're gonna feel like cracked. They're gonna feel on top of the world. But then if they lose, they're gonna feel so down bad when it's not even real, right? It's just engineered to make someone feel as if they're in a competition when in reality there is no risk.
I know.
There's nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Just point score, bro.
Unless you people like that's why this will come with monetization. Unless you got money on the line betting, that's the only time where you know, like, I can get something out of this. You good? So that's the only time you should know. Like,
thank you.
I can get money out of this, but that comes with the price of me being good at a game. That's the only time, bro. Like, that's why I'm saying the monetization part of gaming, that side, you know, that should be taken more seriously. But always focus on your health, though. People like let the game and like, oh, I got money from the game. I don't got to do nothing. The whole time you fat with a gut, you know. So, I got a question for you.
Ooh, okay.
You know how you see, like, how you know how you watch Hanzo, right?
Oh yeah.
And like other red pill or awakened people, or you know what I'm saying, higher up people as in intellectual and like status, right? They have the term like you have to keep working extremely hard because I'm better than you. What do you feel about that? Like, I know somebody working harder than me. What is this?
Well, I mean, I think I know what you're saying, but just to clarify, do you mean like Hamza's saying, "Oh, I'm doing more than you. You got to work harder," or he's saying there's always going to be someone working harder than you. You got to work harder than them.
As in the sense of, okay, those two right there, what you said, and you are in competition with other men. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to just like sit there and just not do anything, and he's out here doing like 3 things more than you, and you like, oh shit, he's better than me, so I have to do something more better, and I keep you in the loop as in, I gotta be better, and you just mentally tiring yourself out and not want to do anything at all. I had talked this about my girl the other day. She was like, what you thinking about? I'm like, just being better, somebody working harder than me. She was like, just relax, because like you're comparing. Like, is that comparing to somebody?
Well, it is, but I don't think comparing is necessarily negative. like competitions are a very good motivator, but when it gets to a point where someone's focusing more on like surpassing others, right, than achieving their goal, surpassing others becomes the goal. And I think that is where it kind of gets problematic, because then someone like loses sight of what they're trying to do, just to in their brain be better than others. But I think it's also a double-edged sword, because the good side of competition is that it can really like push people to improve. Like, oh, this person's like going crazy on YouTube, or my friend's going crazy, I gotta upload again too. And that's amazing. But when it gets to the point where there's like resentment, right, I don't think that's necessarily good. Even if someone can succeed based on that resentment, I mean, someone just is like at war with themselves. But I don't know, like someone can say like they use their anger to succeed, but if it's like I feel like it would just like burn quickly.
And another reason why I asked that, because it was like these TikToks were so dangerous. Even though they can be super positive, it'd be like them edgy ass TikToks I be seeing. They'd be like, you sat there today and he's working better than you. I'm like, damn. Like, I look at that, I'm like, why am I not doing nothing? Like, it gets you up. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like solely motivated. I'm like, okay, what can I do right now? And you just all over the place. I'm be like, damn, I'm like tripping. Like, I'm really doing good right now, what I'm doing. So just relax and just work on what you can work on. But when I see stuff like that, like, I'm like, damn. Cause I make sure my algorithm on TikTok is like purely motivation, or like purely stuff that can make me smarter and better. But like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, oh shit. Like, I really just be like, damn. Like, I know how dangerous that is. Like, sometimes I gotta stay away from the motivation side. Like, sometimes I gotta go a whole day without watching TikTok. Like, it's crazy, bro. So what do you think about the motivation side of TikTok? Like, can that like hinder you or make you like go insane?
Well, that's a good question, bro. I'd say as far as TikTok goes, I don't actually have it, but I mean, YouTube Shorts is comparable, right? And I don't see it, but as far as because bro, we both like been around the block with like the self-improvement stuff, right? Like looking at the YouTubers, like saying like you're always in a competition with other men, like you need to be better than other men. I mean, like it's cool and all, but I think the people who watch this, right, they're like lost and they're looking for guidance, like primarily guys, I imagine, because that would be the target audience. And so it's like, again, they frame it in such a way that it's like the goal is to surpass others, but that's not the goal. You surpass others as a byproduct of pursuing your goal, but surpassing others isn't the goal itself. It's just a byproduct.
Okay,
And that's what I think. It should never be the goal.
So, okay, I'm uploading YouTube videos, right? Boom, 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 and oh shit, I got more subs than Blase Split. I'm doing better. Like, I've surpassed them. But like, it was in the sense of focus on yourself, right? Like focusing on like you being 1% better every day. So this leads to the question now. Why the fuck, excuse my language, why the fuck do Hamza saying that 1% better every day is bad? Like, at the end of the day, it's gonna be that. Because if you going against yourself every day, doing the right thing, going discipline with your goals and discipline with your aspirations, if you just keep doing discipline with that, you're getting 1% better by yourself, and you're going against yourself every day. And when you keep going against yourself every day, going crazy every day, you're going to end up surpassing others, like you said. That makes so much more sense.
I'm glad it makes sense, bro. I mean, I'd say, judging Hamza's character, I'm not exactly sure why he wouldn't like that idea, because I think he included thumbnail saying 1% better every day or something. So that's a contradiction. But from what I know of his character, from what I've seen in his videos, I'd say, like, if someone feels like they're getting 1% better every day, but they're actually not, they might be fooling themselves. Like, and it's very hard to quantify. I mean, that's actually what I would say, but it's like, it's such like a nuanced thing, that if someone, let's say, I don't know, washes their face in the morning, 1% better every day. If someone cuts their toenails, but it's like they're not actually maybe taking action towards their goal. It's just an ego trip. Maybe that is what he means. But if you can actually truly get 1% better every day. You know, like uploading YouTube videos, learning something new, you finish reading a book, you help out a bunch of people. That could lead you to actually become 1% better every day. But I think where Hamza kind of picks with it, if I were to guess, is in the sense that someone can think they're getting 1% better every day by doing insignificant things when in reality they're not getting any closer to their goal.
Oh, okay. You a smart young man, man.
Thank you, bro.
This what you just
18 going
did.
strong.
You just did like, okay, let me move this way. This is what you did. You had a brain right here. You like, that's what you just did right there. That was nice. That was a nice that was a nice explanation. I said contradiction. But
Thank you, man. Professional chefs here, man. We're cooking.
Okay, man. I'm just tossing up the meal. Like, oh yeah, snap, good. Good. You feel me? So yeah, okay. I like that. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I think yeah, no, I think you're quite smart too, in the sense that like you're quite intuitive, and that's what we were talking about with explanations. Like when you give explanations about people, such as like that girl you were talking to, that had a toxic aura, you could say, or toxic energy. It's like you are able to sense that and articulate that instantly. But although if other guys can sense that, even if other guys sense that, they might not pay attention to it because they're like, dang, she's on, So
and back to that, I hate to go back to that. I don't hate thinking about her, but I forgave her for everything. Like, not physically, but like spiritually. Like, I don't care no more. So back then, the retention, I was using that to my advantage. No cap. I was like, I'm getting girls with this. Let me just keep going. That was so unhealthy, and I hated myself for it. And I didn't realize it. Like, I didn't realize the power I had until like later. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, even though she was energy draining, I still had the willpower to sense, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
So, okay. It's like the aura was so potent that even though she was like taking away your energy, you could still sense it. It was so like potent. So
yeah,
like,
so like it was hard for me not to be like, get out of, like, you have to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. I don't know. Right. And me having experiences with women, it made me realize like flings, bro, like one night stands, two night stands, all like, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, you want somebody, a woman, a connection with a genuine woman that knows what she got up here and know the value of this, right? What's down there. And if you as a man know what to do with your sexual energy, putting it towards like your goals and everything, like everything you want to do, they will sense that and they know like this is a man that can be somebody real powerful, right? And if she realized that, y'all can make a power team because she's supportive and you're just making things happen, right? And with that, you can't lose, right? You can't lose with that because at the end of the day, bro, women and men, they're meant to multiply. We're meant to multiply. And when they sense a strong masculine man, I'm not saying I'm like the ultimate masculine man, like I have a sense of masculinity. If you have a sense of masculinity, they'll know like he knows what he's talking about. He's smart. He's on the right path. The right path. And you can't let nothing outside of that path distract your lane right here. That's why you hear like Stephen Cole, stay in your lane. That's real. Like people take that like, it's to stay in your lane. I do my own. Like, no, you literally have to stay in your lane and lock in. And that one queen, I made this analogy in my last video, can move across the board. Right? She can move across the board, right? She a stone past your E4 or E7 or wherever that go. She's like, oh shit, let me check that. You know what I'm saying? Let me check that. You know what you're doing. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you just self-control, discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be so many women I realized that was so damn dumb. I'm sorry. I'm like, we get done doing what we doing, right? Like, I hate thinking about this shit. Doing what we doing, right? And I like kind of like talk to them and try to help them like what they was going through because that's the type of person I am. I hear them talk. I'm like, you just like being like this, bro. You like being depressed anxious, all that shit. You don't want to fix any of it, right? And it's
Mm.
not my job to fix. My job is to lead you, right? And I'm telling you the right things to you to like, okay, he know what he's talking about, right? But they want to do the same thing. Like, why you want to be like that?
Mm. Interesting. I mean, I think, wow, bro, there's so many directions we could take this. I'd say, I don't know, stay in your lane. That's something interesting. If I'm understanding that correctly, I actually heard David Goggins say something similar to that. In life, there's a highway, and in the highway, there might be signs telling indicating where you should go, signs saying where each exit is, where to each, destination, you could say. And then there's another lane, with like a shovel and trees. And if someone does not stay in their lane, with the shovel and trees, especially if they're someone ambitious, then I don't think they could carve anything out. They certainly couldn't carve a road, if they don't go down that path, if they don't stay on that path and if they get distracted, then it's like that's literally where it comes from. I think the word, like if you think about it, distract, you get off track,
Mm.
distract, right? Dis meaning like not, right? So yeah, man. How would you go about like choosing someone how would you go about choosing purpose over pleasure? Because both give a feeling of satisfaction, but how could someone stay in their lane if both provide a feeling of satisfaction? How would you describe that?
So say that one more time. Let me try to say this right or say it close enough. Say that question again.
Sure. How should someone go about pursuing purpose over pleasure if both things provide some feeling of satisfaction?
Hmm. So at the end of the day, you will know the outcome on both scenarios, right? Okay, say if I'm just going to pleasure, 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 pleasure. You keep going with this pleasure, right? Say you keep going with the pleasure. You realize like this shit is leading me nowhere, right? It can lead me with an STD, it can lead me with a kid, or it can lead me my life down the drain. Why would I want to do that? Okay, so boom. Okay, what if I take this route? If I just keep doing what I'm doing, focusing on my lane, the right lane, right? Whatever you're doing, whatever goals, whatever dreams you got. If I just do that, damn, I can help my mama. Dang, I can buy a house for my family. Dang, I can actually have a kid and not have a kid that I didn't want to have. Dang, I
Mm,
can actually build something. Wow, that's fulfilling. It might take a while, but yeah, I want to take this route. That's how you really. That's how you navigate through that. Like, what if I go down this path? That's gonna be stupid. If I go down this path, that would be great. That's like, yeah, that's how I go about that.
mm. Interesting, bro. You know what? And what you were saying, like down the road, I thought of an analogy for it. So let's say someone has a bag of like a candy they really like. Let's say someone really likes Sour Patch Kids. They get a bag of Sour Patch Kids, or alternatively, they get one seed. Now, to get this one seed, that can plant a fruit tree. Let's say it's an orange tree, right? To get this one seed, it's exponentially harder. Like someone needs to go to a market across the country just to get the seed. But this seed, if you plant it and nurture it, can produce a giant orange tree with big, juicy, vitamin filled oranges, right? Or you could get the Sour Patch Kids that are just at your local 7-Eleven. It's someone's choice. And both are the same price, and just for a little seed, you let's actually say you pay more for the seed. You pay more for the seed than you would for the Sour Patch Kids. The person, the wise individual, would go and get the seed, not because of what they're going to get now, but for the potential of what they can get later. And through nurturing the seed, they can get a fruit tree. And when they have that fruit tree, it's not just going to grow little Sour Patch Kids that are going to just give you pleasure. It's going to help you in some way, And even if you don't see it now, if you keep nurturing it, that is not only going to help you, but those oranges you could feed to your family, your community, anyone. Whereas with the Sour Patch Kids, you're just taking in yourself. It's not selfless by definition. It's selfish, right, for oneself, and nothing comes of that. But if you take the harder route and you plant the seed, then you can get the bigger orange tree.
I like that. And then, you know what's crazy? That whole analogy plays out in anything, right? Say if you just going through different girls, right? Just going through them. You like, okay, it's easy, but what if I just like not do that? Like, what if I just don't do that? What if I take this route and just focus in and like attract a person that's really like me? You know what I'm saying? Like really like really just intuitive with we really link up like that, right? If I attract that type of woman by just doing the disciplined things, like just staying to myself, focus on being better within. And when you be better within, that's when you tend to attract, right? And that's the same way of just like not going to the easy route, just oh yeah, she easy lick, boom, let me just hit that one. Like, no, you staying in with yourself, then you attracting that like-minded lady that's literally just like you, right? It's like the same, it's like that whole analogy you said with the seed and same thing. It's literally the same thing. Is it not? Like, if you let me know if it's something different.
No, bro, I do get what you're saying. I think it actually is quite similar in the sense that, like, let's say, yeah, like an easy, like, that's a crazy term, bro. It's like if someone just like goes with someone else. I mean, it's no different than like watching the hub, right? I mean, both people are kind of in it for themselves. They don't really care about the other person, you know. They're just trying to, I don't really know a slang term, but like get that instant gratification, you know, from the intercourse. So that is selfish. That's like the Sour Patch Kids, right? In the analogy. But basically, down the line, if you nurture a relationship with this person, I mean, even if someone doesn't have kids, you know, it's like that person can become, both parties can become better individuals. Someone can help others around them because they're helped by their partner, right? Maybe their partner teaches them a lesson. Then they teach the lesson to other people, right? Like the orange tree growing. Maybe that girl tells a guy, you know, like, hey man, you need to focus. You know, you need to focus on your goal more. You need to like actually just go for it, whether you doubt yourself or not. He goes crazy with the goal. He helps people with his goal. You know, that's like the orange tree, man. It keeps multiplying. But negative things multiply also. And that's kind of the trade-off, man. Like the more, you know, someone goes for these one night stands, I imagine like the more addicted to it they get, right? And the thing is, like the less confidence they have in themselves because they know intuitively they're not doing what they should, you know, and that creates like a downward
Yeah,
spiral,
yeah,
you know, just like the
yeah.
orange tree goes up, the
Mm-hmm.
downward spiral continues to descend.
Mm. This whole podcast full of Jews right now. Like
Yeah, bro.
potluck.
No, I'm gonna get some good YouTube clip stuff at this one.
Oh, yeah, for real. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. I can send you the file.
Oh yeah, please do, please do.
Yeah.
It had me something to work on, bro. Like sometimes I have nothing. Like if I say I just got done filming a video, I've been working on it for like 6 or 7 days, and I'm done with it. I'm like, fuck. I got to think another idea. I start panicking, low cap. So this give me something to like cook up with. So I appreciate if you can send me this. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, bro. I can try. I can try to send it through Google, but you know what? I think that is a good place to end on. Everyone watching at home, please subscribe to Mr. Gabriel Wayne. You know,
Yes, sir.
he is the self-improvement YouTuber, the phenom, you know, cracked in the gym, benches 225 for reps, you know, and he'll put you on game with the knowledge, man, because this is the self-improvement community. And this is what the title of the podcast is about, man. Jiko Kaizen and
Okay.
self-improvement.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
in Japanese, man, this is the community. It's not about me. It's not about him. You know, it's not about, you know, you or me as individuals. It's about, you know, the community. It's about evolving together, man. So take it easy and keep going hard.
Yes, sir.
Is it full screen?